Stoked here to catch up with James Casey. James is, or Jimmy, what do you prefer anyways?
I'll go with that, whatever.
Okay, whatever. James Casey. Anyways, it's always such a pleasure to talk to you, for sure. And he's actually the last standing SUP champion of 2019 and of a long chapter. And last year you were kind of like, you were like, no, I'm going to SUP it and I'm not going to foil quite it. And now you're full-blown foiling with your own brand and everything has changed and there's so much going on. You have a coach and you're doing a catch-up, even though I'm catching up with you now.
Yeah.
So anyways, like we could probably make this a very long video, but I know this is a busy...
Arm will fall off.
My arm will fall off. But anyways, just tell us a little bit. Like you from 2019 on, you started a coach, you founded a foiling company, which is very impressive. That's not an easy thing to do. Anyway, shoot away.
Yeah, well, 2019 was SUP, and I guess I've always been interested in the downwind foiling sort of stuff. And the SUP races downwind they've not finished altogether, but there's a lot less of them. So for me, the natural progression was SUP foil. So here I am, and during COVID I started coaching online because that was what everyone was doing. If you're a coach, you would start to go online, and that's what I was doing at home. And the online stuff, I actually started with a SUP course, and it was like SUP Flatwater, SUP Tech, and SUP Ocean, and then and downwind too, obviously. And I got a little bit of traction with that, but then the foiling came, and I was really excited to do that because that's what I was really excited about, and I was going through the learning phase myself. And so with COVID, we all had heaps of time. Got all my online modules done, courses, and now that's kind of what I do as a full-time job. I'm coaching online foiling, stand-up, bunch of stuff.
And in terms of the interest in the new sport,
it's crazy. So
how is it in Down Under?
It's huge. So no disrespect to SUP, but like when I transitioned from like the SUP online course to foil online course, I literally probably quadrupled sales, like quadrupled my clientele.
Yeah.
So I had way more people to coach and way more froth, and I had like a Facebook community page, and there was getting crickets on the SUP stuff, and then basically with the foils it was just like this explosion of froth. Everyone was so excited to share their videos and go through them, and had like 10, 20 people signing,
cool.
tuning into the live coaching calls, and it was nuts. It's crazy.
And evidently you have good conditions down there, good runs where you do the downwinding. We see you've doing like some crazy distances and pump up your wing and put it together and put it back into your bag while you're foiling and all of this nuts stuff. So the conditions are great down there.
Conditions are good, but it's not always the best. So the consistency is what we lack. So on a good day, it's as good as here over in Hawaii, but we don't have back-to-back days. So like in a week, we may get 1 or 2 days. If it's a really good week, we get 3 or 4 days. But over here, I've been here for almost 3 weeks now, and I think every day's been windy. Like every day, it's been like we don't have the consistency. Yeah. Like over in Western Australia, we have really good winds, similar to here. It's like a trade wind, and that's epic. Wind, you go over there for a week and you'll get 12, 13 days of downwind. The seaweed over there is a bit of a problem for the foiling, which you don't have here. But otherwise, it's really good. Up in Cairns is pretty good too. Up in northern Queensland, but. You can't beat Hawaii, all the people here, people stoked.
It's a great community.
Great community. So, it's been great.
Awesome. So now let's talk real quick, also real fast, competition. So with 12 guys in 2019, now there's like somewhat 40 guys showing up. A lot of surprises over the last 2 weeks. Yeah. The story is now the competition is now the SUP foiling downwinding competition, just like it was in 2017 between Connor, Kai and Travis and everybody else who I forgot. So
I think there's more people that could win the SUP foil than like in the SUP unlimited or SUP downwind. There was always probably maybe 3 to 5 people that could realistically win. Yeah. For the SUP foil, I would say there's literally 15 to 20 people who could realistically win this race tomorrow.
And what do you think moves the needle? The navigation, the gear, or the endurance, or what do you think it's going to come down to?
Everything. Navigation's going to, obviously the straighter line is going to be good, but if you're in slow water, it's no good. The equipment's going to be important, because if you're going the fastest and you're the first to port lock, but you can't get in on foil, you're going to come unstuck. Yeah. If you're on too big a gear and you're the last there, but you can pump all the way in, it's not going to help. So it's everything. It's you need a compromise in everything, but just the right amount. So it's going to be interesting, because I honestly think it's going to be. I think it's going to be good spectator sport to watch if you're at China Wall, and you'll see who's coming down, who's not, and It's going to be wild. It's going to be cat and mouse the whole way, and especially the last bit I think is going to be nuts.
And that's what we want. We want good stories, we want good competition, we want a cool, exciting race to talk about, and there's so many technicalities behind it that, yeah, who knows, we're all going to be a whole lot smarter after tomorrow, I would say.
100%. I feel like it feels like my first crossing, honestly, because I don't know what foil to use, I don't know what the conditions are going to be like, I don't know how hard or easy it's going to be to pump into the finish, how hard or easy it's going to be to start at the start. It's going to be, so we're all going to learn a lot, and we'll take it to next year, and we'll probably learn even more next year, and we'll just continue to learn, and one day we might get it right.
And more people will join. Thank you. James Casey, last to win in 2019 on a SUP, and first to win in the new world in a grown-up SUP downwind foil sport.
Yeah.
Over the moon.
Over the moon, honestly. I didn't really see it coming, to be honest. Maui to Molokai, I had a good race, but and Paddle was a sprint, so I didn't really ride anything into it, but it was a big foil day. It was lighter conditions than what we've had, and Oscar and I had a great battle the whole way. It's crazy.
Oh, so you guys were battling all the way out there?
From the start. His boat was in front of me, and I was yelling at his boat, get out of the way, because he was like, I don't know, the boat was left of him where everyone else was, and I was trying to tell it to go right. It didn't matter, but I was just like trying to tell the boat to move because I was riding their wash. Because I was in the wrong side. But then Oscar and I were like back and forth from the very start line all the way to China Wall. And then I fell down at China Wall.
Oh, did you? Okay, we didn't see that on the boat. We saw Oscar was paddling, and he seemed to have like a pretty good lead. Yeah. And then you come just smoking past.
Yeah, so at about probably a mile from China Wall, Oscar and Edo were right up against the wall and passed me. Oscar and I were first and second the whole way. Edo caught up to us, and Oscar and Edo passed us right at China Wall, just like a mile before China Wall. And I was trying to conserve because I know how hard that pump up is, upwind. But I tried to push onto a set wave at China Wall. Yeah. I just missed it. I was behind. I tried to paddle up and over it. Yeah. And I paddled, hit my foil with my paddle, fell off.
Oh.
So I'm like,
crazy.
I've just ruined my chances of winning this race. I've blown it. So I lay on my stomach and just sort of regrouped, rest of my legs, rest of my lungs, jumped back up, got the next sort of swell that came past, got up and only got to pillars, and I'm like, oh, I know I can do better than this because I've done it a few times. I've got much further. So I got another one at pillars. I saw a set wave coming, lay down, jumped up for the first wave of the set, caught my breath, went for the third wave of the set. Didn't break, but I paddled up and caught it, and then just milked it all the way through inside pillars, all the way through seconds, past Edo, past Oscar, into the channel, and that was the moment that I got him.
China Wall finish. China Wall finish. Congratulations. So stoked.
Yeah, it was crazy.
2019 to 2023.
Yeah, back to back.
Back to back. Very cool. Two different crafts. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks,
congrats.
Guys.
Very well done.